I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago. And what did I say will happen when I told you? Exactly what just happened.
The Detroit Lions have now won 2 games in walk-off fashion because of kicker Jake Bates. And when did I tell you? As the banner says, a long time ago. Jake Bates is a guy that I was high on, and as far as I know, probably wasn't, but I'm going to say I was the first person talking about Jake Bates on YouTube and probably the internet, saying that the Detroit Lions should take a look at this kid. In a twist, an ironic twist, he is actually from Houston, and the Houston Texans cut him in favor of their current kicker, Fairbairn. Isn't that quite ironic? But Jake Bates, man, a guy that not only myself, but a lot of people, shout out to Motor City Brit, was high on him as well. And one of the things that I heard from Jake Bates, as far as people, the naysayers, the Detroit media, they was all over. We don't know if he can kick. How's he going to do in the NFL pressure situations? It don't get no more pressure than yesterday. This guy, let me tell you what he's done. You want to know what's in the cup? Pre-workout, trying to burn a little fat. Pre-workout, non-stem. I got some stem upstairs. You know what he's doing? The Detroit Lions media was like, well, we don't know what, all of them. We don't really know if he can hit field goals. How does he do it outside? Jake Bates, he's missed 1 extra point. We're going to look at his stats in a minute. But he has been the reason we went to overtime against the Rams. Been the reason, walk off. We were trailing at the time against the Minnesota Vikings. Been the reason that we tied the game and another walk-off against the Houston Texans. In what I know he's not going to call a revenge game, but I'll call it one. Jakey Boy Bates. Jakey Boy came up with the name Jakey Boy Bates. Going to put it on the soundboard. Jake Bates, the kicker of the now and the kicker of the future. Michael Badgley, sorry, man. We appreciate you. You helped us win our first playoff game, but you are not going to be on this team next year. We have found the kicker of the now and of the future. Got to give some love to Jake Bates, man. Thought his NFL career was over. He was selling bricks not too long ago. And he was playing in the UFL. And we talked about how something is right in front of your face and you see it. And I'm just like, Brad, if you don't see that you should sign this guy, you're playing at Ford Field. This dude is booting, massive yard field goals in practice outdoors. He hit one for 70 yards. Now, they were close yesterday. Close. Dan Campbell said, look, as far as I'm concerned, they right down the middle. But I wanted to show some love to Jakey Boy Bates, man. This is coming from ESPN. Let's look at his stats real quick. The dude is 100%. 100% field goals. 97% on extra points. He missed 1. He is first place, tied for first place in field goal percentage. Unbelievable. His long 58 was yesterday, 74. I want to show y'all something. Let's look at his stats. We looked at this before. Look at this. He has no NFL kicks until the ones with the Detroit Lions. He never played in a game with the Houston Texans. As a matter of fact, I don't think he made it to the actual 53-man roster until the Detroit Lions. I want to say something real quick. We were very rough on Matthew Betts. Matthew Betts is from the CFL. The Canadian Football League is just like the UFL. It's just like that. And Jake Bates is a person that has proven the naysayers wrong. Now, yes, Matthew Betts have to go against NFL linemen. It's a different thing. But the point is, this guy had an opportunity and make the most of it. Jake Bates, bro. Now, y'all want to know why I usually, I don't call it bragging. I call it letting y'all know. You know what I'm saying? It ain't y'all, because I know y'all know. Y'all watch the channel. It's everybody else. It's everybody else, man. I was probably the first one. Every single week, we had the Jake Bates watch. And I was like, yo, this kid is special, man. We got to bring him in. Jared Goff said he knew he made it. Brian Branch, Isn't it funny? Brian Branch laid people out for a living, but he couldn't watch the kick. It was a scene I wanted to bring in. They had the camera on Dan Campbell. And in that shot, you could see Allen Robinson. And he said, come on, Bates. You could see Hendon Hooker trying to play it coy and cool. And you could see Dan Campbell. Kick is up. Dan Campbell. So Dan Campbell does this when I see he does that a lot. And the camera will be on him. This face that he makes. Knew it was good. Knew it was good. Don't matter how you make them, as long as you make them. And this thing was inches, millimeter. It wasn't even in inches. It actually grazed the flag on the left side, and I think it just touched the crossbar. And if you were watching this in Houston, you did not see, I've been to several games, and the field goal kicks are completely different, especially if you're off to the side. I actually have to look up at the Jumbotron so I can see if it went in or not, because sometimes, depending on where you're sitting, you can't really tell. If you're off to the side, you can't tell. And I saw some views from yesterday's game of his kick, the game-winning kick, and I'm telling you, if you were in the stadium and you watch this video, you have no idea what you missed out on. The heart attack that we were having watching this on television. I'm sure you've seen it back by now, and I know you are shocked at how close this thing actually was. But Jake Bates, man, what a fantastic story. It is great. The kid is only, how old is he? He is 25 years old. I mean, he's going to be the Detroit Lions kicker for a very long time. He was a kickoff specialist. He didn't even kick field goals. Played soccer, right? And man, listen, I'm going to tell y'all what else. A lot of these Sunday night games that the Detroit Lions, when they play, sometimes I'm at them. So like the opening game of the season, right, was a Sunday night game, essentially, against the Rams, wasn't it? The game against the Kansas City Chiefs last season. I don't get to hear Chris Collingsworth talk about my team. But when he does, you just want to strangle him. You just be quiet, because it's all, the Detroit Lions. If it was a fresh coat of, another coat of paint on that upright. Be quiet. I see why y'all can't stand him. I listen to him for every other Sunday night game, but he's not talking about my team, so it's not as irritating. You just want to strangle. Remember, like Bart Simpson back in the day, Homer had him with the eyes and the tongue popping out. That's why, shut up, Chris. Mike doesn't really bother me. Chris, however, shut your mouth. If it ain't Patrick Mahomes, it's the great. Shut up. Okay, I feel better now. Jake Bates, fantastic story, fantastic kicker, and to only miss one. Without that missed extra point, he would be perfect through 9 games. 9 games. So, I got to do it.
I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago. And what did I say will happen when I told you? Exactly what just happened.
I know y'all hate the sound bite, but it's synonymous with me, all right? Never drink pre-workout while you're filming a video, because then your face is super tingly. Then you can't pronounce your words either. I don't know, man. I do stuff like that. Let me take another sip. It's good, though. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And remember, I'm not boring. Not at all. And as always, go Lions. A lot of boring content creators out there. Detroit Lions, anyway. I might just start doing that. You want me to start doing that? Dry eyes. Gonna start talking like this. Oh, man. Pettied in a mug.